It's a pleasure to meet you, Martin. Thank you for your energy, for educating, for creating this amazing product.
You're welcome.
So tell us, what is this? Is it a menstrual cup? What is this and how does it work?
It's not an UFO coming from the Mars or from the Luna. It's a diaphragm, a new diaphragm in a different shape, in an anatomical shape. It's called Kaya diaphragm. It was developed by the Path Foundation in Seattle. The research is a big research behind. More than 6 medical studies and more than $20 million have been spent into this product before it was on the market. So there's no diaphragm before who had so much research and knowledge inhibited. The product itself is made out of silicone rubber. So you have the diaphragm and you have a nylon spring, a polymer spring, who is inside and who is covered by the silicone. And it's light, it's 7.5 grams, it's not very heavy, and it's reusable for 2 years. It's very important. You can use it for 2 years. It's not just for one night and for one sex. It's reusable for 2 years. So it's an environmental friendly product. A woman could control it herself, how it's used. It's used a little bit like a male condom or like a tampon. You put a contraceptive gel in, you fold it, you insert it, you put it in front of the cervix, and then you are protected. So you use it when you have sex, use it before you have sex. After you had sex, you leave it 6 hours inside, and then you take it out, you wash it, and it's reusable for 2 years. And it's easy to clean. It's just with water and soap like you clean yourself.
So how do you put it?
So I put the gel. I have here one who has already the gel inside. You can see this. The contraceptive gel is cellulose and lactic acid. It's not any dangerous product. So we have it now in, and now I fold it, the diaphragm. I do it now with one hand. You can see it. I fold it, and now I insert it. And you insert it by folding, put it on one leg up, and then you insert it, put it front of the cervix, and it's positioned here behind the cervix and at the front area at the pubic bone here. The diaphragm is kept by these anatomical areas by itself, and then you do a little check. The check is you want to know it's well placed or not. And therefore you use your longest finger, and your finger will now go into the vagina and palpate the cervix. Is the cervix is well covered by the diaphragm. How if you feel your cervix? Your cervix feels like the tip of a nose, the same feeling. So if you insert your finger, check if your cervix is covered, then you know you are protected. Now you may have sex without any risk, without any hesitation and not think. And even if you want to use a male condom, you can use a male condom together. But this is a safe method for itself, a diaphragm with a contraceptive gel, front of the cervix. Why we have a contraceptive gel inside? The gel is a second physical barrier. You must see that the diaphragm is one barrier, the gel is a second physical barrier covering the cervix, and the gel itself has a pH value of 3.8, which is a little bit sour, and this makes as well the sperm immobilized. So we have 3 ways of protection. We have the barrier of the silicone rubber, we have the gel, which is a second physical barrier, and the pH value. With these 3 ways, we are triple protected against getting unwanted pregnant.
Okay, how do I know my size?
Most women could use this. One size fits most women diaphragm. That means it's 75 millimeters and 67 like this. And this meets more than 93% of all women in the world. So this product is made for most of the women. But some women might need a very small one or a very big one if they have given birth several times. So for this women, we have the Singer diaphragm, who is a size traditional round diaphragm. But this is the most used diaphragm in the world today. It's one size, meets most women, and it's easy to use and to remove, and has 6 medical studies who check every question that could happen to this product and method.
And I also wanted you to tell us why this form, because it's a very interesting design and model, and it has a why, it has a reason.
Yes, first of all, we have the removal dome here to pull it out afterwards, but this area is flat, as you see. The flat area is to avoid pressure on the urethra. As the diaphragm is positioned here behind the niche and here at the front area where the urethra is, the diaphragm will not make any pressure here on the urethra to avoid any urethra tract infections. So this is a special shape that was developed in a design research, and if you look the name of the product, you find even the name who is printed here in the material, you find the name Kaya.
And why do I have to wait 6 hours?
6 hours is to wait because the sperm must be no more active. We know that sperm is very unstable, and after 6 hours sperm cells are no more active at all. So most of the sperm would go directly into the cervix, but the protection 3 times is here, and the sperm is here in the vagina, and now it's no more dangerous to get pregnant. And then after 6 hours there is no risk at all. You can take it out and wash it. 6 hours is like a security time frame to respect, yes.
And what's the maximum time I can?
Yes, never forget to take it out. Latest at 24 hours after you used it, it should be taken out and washed and used it again, because you want to avoid that you have a self-infection. If you have it too long, it's like a forgotten tampon or something else that you have not taken out of the vagina. So the fluid of the uterus, and maybe it's as well menstruation coming, then it's necessary that you take it out and wash it. Never use it longer in one step than 24 hours.
Okay, Martin, thank you very much.
You're welcome. Let me say I'm a fan of the method. When I was younger and used contraception still with my wife, we used 12 years traditional diaphragms. We are fertile, it worked always, and as a male I could say I can use it with one hand and even in the dark. So this is a very easy method as well for males to use.
Do you feel it?
No, I don't feel it. I never felt it, and we always had diaphragms with us. We had more than one at home if we traveled or whatever, and we always use diaphragm, and we love this method, and we have been using it for many years. That is one of the reasons why I sell today this product, because I know everything and I like the method, and I'm standing behind this method as a male as well.
Thank you again.
You're welcome.